Hello everyone. Today's presentation is on the sustainability framework and precedent analysis. Our team members are ARCH, Chinmayi, Divya, Priya and Veena. Our methodology begins by assessing what sustainable development is. Humanity has the ability to make development sustainable to ensure that it meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. Sustainability as a concept is very vast, ambiguous, and often difficult to fully comprehend, as definitions and goals may vary with context and scenarios. The three pillars of sustainability are environmental, social, and economic, and help to better understand and assess sustainability methods and practices.
The two case studies chosen to study the sustainability framework falls within an eco-village context where the development is set in a rural setting. So what is an eco-village? According to the definition given by the Global Eco-Village Network, an eco-village is defined as an intentional, traditional, or urban community that is consciously designed through locally owned participatory process in all four dimensions of sustainability to regenerate its social and natural environment.
How does the sustainable framework work for eco-village? A holistic approach is needed to achieve sustainability in a habitat. The design process begins by putting people first. This is followed by integrating technical parameters like urban planning, architecture design, renewable energy sources, etc.
When talking about the parameters for environmental sustainability, the main aim here is to assess food, shelter, water, and energy in ways that it respects nature. Humans need to be integrated with nature in a manner that it increases the biodiversity and regenerates ecosystems. Environmental sustainability has been assessed on the following parameters: agricultural productivity, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy sources, industrial efficiency, and biodiversity.
The second pillar of sustainability talks about the economy. Economy has always been measured by the production and consumption of goods and services as measured by GDP. The economic sustainability is assessed based on the following factors: built capital, human capital, social capital, and natural capital.
The third pillar of sustainability talks about the social system. Social sustainability refers to the maintenance and improvement of well-being of current and future generations. This dimension of sustainability is crucial to achieve a successful outcome for sustainable development. In planning practice, social sustainability should incorporate the following: well-being of citizens, social capital, voice and empowerment.
The two case studies we are looking at are Crystal Water, which has a site area of 259 hectares, is based on permaculture that translates a holistic approach to life into design of cultivation for minimum invasiveness and maximum mutual benefit of species on plots. Auroville, on the other hand, spreads across 870 hectares of land that revolves around two regions, the city area and the green belt. The city principles are based on model of sustainability centered on ideas of inner consciousness by unity of mind, body and nature. The main source of economy for Crystal Water is based on construction, agriculture, health and educational services, whereas for Auroville, one of the main sources is increased tourism, which has gained importance due to its advancement in the field of research and development. The city of Auroville is designed to cater a population strength of 50,000 when compared to Crystal Water with 300 residents.
In Crystal Waters, 80% of the land has been declared common and dedicated for agriculture, horticulture and forestry. The entire construction was self-financed and external investment was declined. The payment therefore was done through the barter of land. The spiral planning of Auroville marks an inner circle containing 22% of the residential building and an outer ring, which is the green belt. Covering 50% of the area, the green belt was allotted for the spiral plan. The remaining 50% of the built area consists of green industries, cultural areas, and international pavilions. While water conservation was focused on during the implementation of the goals in context to Australia's water scarcity, the positioning of lots was suited to receive climate, land, and social benefits. On the other hand, regeneration of land and community cohesiveness was a major focus of implementation for Auroville. The two administrative bodies for Crystal Waters include the body corporate, elected by the community itself, which manages the policies and the bylaws along with the common property, while the community co-op, which is a non-profit organization, manages the leasehold lots. In the year 1988, Auroville Foundation Act was passed by the Government of India, recognizing the importance of this township. The Planning Committee of Auroville is the body charged with organizing the resources and overarching policies within Auroville. The preference for localization of input and services stems from the aspiration to increase local capacity and expertise, as well as reduce Auroville's carbon footprint. The strengths of the two projects include its ecological benefits and a diverse range of flora and fauna. Crystal Waters, being privately funded, does not depend on external factors for its financing, which incidentally also slows down its development. The main drawback of both the projects is its lack of public transport facilities.
Performance indicator for environmental sustainability. The environmental sustainability has been assessed on the following parameters: agricultural productivity, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy sources, industrial efficiency, and biodiversity. Under the agricultural productivity framework, Auroville was found to be performing better due to its innovations in sustainable organic practices. Auroville is constantly experimenting and evolving its techniques to improve efficient use of the natural resources. The use of renewable power sources for farming and agricultural practices also gives Auroville an upper hand. Both communities have increased community participation in agricultural practices and also created economic opportunities for the local community within but not limited to the agricultural sector. The second framework, clean water and sanitation, indicate a better performance by Crystal Waters. Both the case study areas score highly for their efforts towards ensuring natural sources remain free from contamination or waste disposal within their individual areas. However, Auroville is surrounded by the other local communities where the lack of policies and initiatives to ensure proper waste management depletes the quality of the groundwater and also poses a threat of chemical contamination. Within the third framework of affordable and clean energy, Auroville scores the higher points, mainly due to two factors: constant experimentation with sustainable building materials and techniques, as well as the effort to incorporate renewable energy into the end-use applications for both household as well as commercial uses, gives Auroville the upper hand. Under the fourth framework of industrial efficiency, it is found that Auroville performs better owing to the continued efforts to use renewable energy in production, as well as the extensive measures taken to reduce waste generation and recycling everything possible. There exists a definite structure for ensuring waste management policies and the existence of local bodies responsible for collecting, recycling, and managing waste. Crystal Waters is primarily powered by the existing state power grid and is reliant on the same for production and commercial services. Under the forest cover and biodiversity parameter, both the case studies score high points. Both the study areas have taken extensive measures to combat deforestation and protection of local forests. Auroville, however, displays a larger biodiversity and presence of native species owing to the large green belt that surrounds the settlement.
For assessing the social sustainability factors, the following parameters have been taken into consideration: welfare and infrastructure, resources and management, quality of environment, the employment opportunities, accessibility, and open spaces. While analyzing these factors for Crystal Waters and Auroville, although both the projects have successfully embraced the social dimension in its respective context, Auroville has excelled itself by incorporating all the factors and is in the process of constantly evolving. Sustainability is about the anthropocentric idea where humans are given priority. That is, when planning cities or villages, people should be put at the heart of it. This is why social sustainability is a crucial element. Although both the projects have tried to incorporate the social aspect of sustainability in their respective setting, Auroville is clearly leading. Though Crystal Water ticks most of the box in terms of employment, education, and sustainable practice, accessibility is a key issue there, as there are no local transport options, resulting in people walking long distances for even to achieve their day-to-day activities. The size and location of Crystal Water also restricts itself from evolving. From the analysis, it is clearly visible that Auroville is more socially sustainable in comparison to Crystal Waters.
Overlooking both the case studies on the basis of economic framework gave us an insight of how fundamental concerns can be presented to the conventional consensus on economic development. Both the sites provide open and natural habitat for a greener ecosystem and are used for income generation with low maintenance costs. The built footprint responds and respects very well to the context, as materials used are produced or procured locally and are sustainable. Both the establishments are built for a walkable neighborhood, promoting walking and cycling as the major means of transportation, but lacks in providing public transport. Following the concept of sustainability, both the places support green industries and are mostly self-sustainable. As these industries are led by local institutions or people fulfilling basic needs of society, limits the industrial waste. Human capital in Auroville is supported through its local community institution, which conducts workshop and training classes to educate locals as well as visitors. While due to small settlement and off-center location, Crystal Waters lack in generating employment but educate people in terms of water conservation and sewage treatment management. Tackling social capital, Auroville has an inclusive employer-employee market with majority of people involved in agriculture and construction. It also promotes the concept of socialism. Crystal Water has a self-sustainable inter-community market and also depends on export and tourism. Coming to natural capital, both the settlements were built keeping nature and its conservation as their primary goal with sensitivity towards the usage of material and resources. Both the sites support recycling of waste and water management via rain harvesting and biolytic filters.
In conclusion, it has been identified that Auroville performs better within the environmental framework, mainly due to its commitment for continued research and experimentation towards better and more sustainable solutions.
Both the precedents have adopted various eco-friendly measures, starting from conserving natural resources, its development, and managing it in a manner that it has helped to improve the quality of life in these villages. Knowledge on sustainable practice has been incorporated into the day-to-day life of the people by reducing, reusing, and recycling resources. Auroville has excelled itself by helping generate local employment and education, and therefore has a huge impact on local communities.
The success of both the projects has highlighted their merits and demerits through economic framework. Both the sites succeed in creating a greener ecosystem considering the economic and sustainability framework, but lacks in providing public transport and have extremely low social capital. Despite having a sustainable inter-community market, the small scale of Crystal Waters in terms of population restricts its financial growth. Contrary to this, demographic strength of Auroville make it more easy to take corrective actions. Thus, because of populace and slightly better infrastructure and opportunities, Auroville stands to be more efficient when compared with Crystal Waters.